Good morning, children. It's your old pal, Brian. It's Saturday the something another, probably 9th or 10th, and this is my second to the last weekend off. My first one got screwed out of me because of a holiday. So I enjoyed Prometheus last night. That would be Alien. And pretty nice. I mean, it was, the Brits saw it first and they had a great observation. It's not a benchmark movie like the original Alien, which was just great sci-fi done on the premise of suspense rather than gore, or a mixture of the two, but more suspense than gore. I have to say this Alien really wasn't that gory as far as gore standards go. Pretty good though. In fact, the word is it's probably going to be a trilogy of prequels moving up to the original Alien done in 1979. So good stuff. Charlize Theron was excellent. More importantly, even though she's pretty to look at, an actress who played in the original version of the girl with the dragon tattoo was the main protagonist, and she looked great and really did a good job acting. So fun stuff. Did that yesterday. Today I'm sneaking out between raindrops. It's going to rain again yet today. You know, we have drought for months, and then when it rains we bitch about it. Going to slip out and run a few lipos, and then my lovely wife, who is let's call her the queen of timing, decided to go ahead and take down to about the 2-foot level our hedges that surrounded our pool. Since we now have the Great Wall of China in my backyard, it's no longer necessary for privacy. Well, that was nasty. That's going to be about a 4-hour job before lunch, so we need to knock that out. So that's half of my day, and then it'll start raining. So I'll probably go back and see another movie, like is it the Avengers? Who's playing the Marvel comic one? Anywho, for mindless fun, I decided to bring out the quad. It's funny as hell because I have about, I don't know, 10 batteries for this thing, and at literally 10 minutes a piece, you're not going to fly this thing for 100 minutes for a number of different reasons. One, that actually becomes boring after a while. Someone said they fly like a plane. I think it was Rob, and that's probably one of the many reasons why I don't get into planks. The others is that I kind of don't have the room, and since I rarely go to the field, although I did stop by the field yesterday, Goblin-Helicopters.com. That is the new rage out at the flying field. It's about $1,000 for the frame, and then probably another $1,000 for the electronics. It's really neat. If you have the opportunity to go to Goblin, Goblin Helicopters.com, they have a new approach to building helicopters. The servos are in a circle around the base of the swash, so the link is about, I don't know, an inch long, and you know, there's no dicking around that way. It's an absolutely beautiful machine too. The tail is looks to be carbon fiber, and it's a beautiful aircraft. I think they're 600 size or 700 size. 700 size. And they've got a 750 or something coming out. I shared this with our good friend Jeff out of Minnesota, and he said his crew really aren't interested. They've seen them, but they're more interested in stretching the 700s out to an 800. He and I both agree, though, that our wallets couldn't even fancy this notion, so that's why I posed to Phil that he needs to buy one. it's a problem though. I mean, these things are huge. Whew, that hit my roof. Something happening here. As Rob says, I might be confusing my gyros. Yeah, pretty neat aircraft. It's interesting because there's kind of a dynamic there. I don't know how Jeff's Flying Club works, but mine, they're kind of anchored by our local store, which is Graves Hobbies, and as such, Graves only really sells a line. And when you have somebody come out and re-engineer helicopters in such a way that where they're, you know, fantastic and new and wonderful, the dinosaurs tend to not head in that direction. They keep their relationship with their vendors. That's what I think my local hobby shop's going to do. It's our local vendor for these are Heli Direct, I think. I say local, the U.S. vendor. So you have to get everything by mail. But yeah, they're using regular line servos and line ESCs and that sort of thing. But the helicopter's frame is patented by this company, or patent pending by this company, Goblin. They have a 3-letter acronym for their name, and I can't remember it. Oof. I don't know why she is a little tippy today. Usually I only get tippiness when I have the wrong weight on it. There we go. With the camera. That's a Slurpee lid. For those of you that are looking for mods, and they're pretty much free when you buy a Slurpee. Or in my case, I think I just stole 2 of them and took a Dremel tool and cut the holes out, and works wonderfully. So you can see how this would get ponderous after a while. When I first started flying it made me laugh, and now it's certainly calming. But after a while it gets crazy. Now, who didn't I say hi to the other day? Engelburn? The Idaho. Of course, Simon Robb, Edmund, Spiros, and his 9,000 helicopters. Yeah, finally I think people figured out that folks are wired a little bit differently, and in Spiro's world, because he has a young child he'd rather spend time with, he just enjoys building helicopters, and if he gets an opportunity to fly, he does. If not, it's just no big deal. When I get to speak with people privately, like Jeff Nail and Rob and Simon, I always tend to use terms like in one's own personal condition. That is, in one's own world, how they do things doesn't always mirror how you do things in your world. And that's kind of important to know. Oof! Hey, I don't think I crashed the thing for the first time in 8.5 minutes. Alright, well, I'm going to screw you all over and film a little video off on my Hyperion-born MCPX. So there you go. See ya. Hey guys, it's your old pal Brian again. A little more viddy blather. I'm going to take the mini beast up for a ride. It's been raining here so much, I mowed my yard not 4 days ago, and it's time to mow it again. It's funny. So this is the MCPX with the Hyperions, and I think Rob made a great observation. The tail doesn't blow out. You can do pitch pumps on it and all day long, and the tail doesn't blow out. I'm going to carry this one out to the flying field. I think I showed y'all, no, I told y'all that I did a loop with it, 2 loops out at the flying field, and it's funny because I hadn't done Rob's mod, which was to screw in the screw in the ball links, which, believe it or not, just a fraction of a millimeter makes a whole lot of difference in pitch. So I should be able to do loops a whole lot easier out there. Been reading about people griping about these KDB blades that are a little bit too heavy, or significantly heavier than the stock blades. I don't know. I need to weigh them. If that's true, I like the being able to see the damn things, but you know, the motor does bog on here pretty easy. How you doing to Brian and Hugh up there in Georgia? Oh, I'm gonna hit my damn Eve and just shatter this little devil thing. Careful. Proving once again my yard's getting exceedingly too small. You see I'm over my neighbors. Where was I on this thing? Oh yeah, Rob asked me yesterday. He said, how do you clean your servos? And pretty much, I don't know if it was Engelburn or Jonesy One, posted a video about doing it. It was actually a shitty video, but you get the gist. 2 screws a piece on the servos, hold them in. 4 hold them together. Take a matchstick and dip it in alcohol after you've pinched the end of the match off. This is a paper match. Use it as your scrubber, so to speak, and clean off the carbon deposits on the strips, and then very carefully clean the tips of the spring-loaded contacts similarly with the same tool. Put that joker back together and I don't get wet dog shakes anymore. It's funny, you know, it's really an economical thing to fly. Not only is it great for teaching you skills, Spiros, but it tolerates the wind because of the 3-axis gyro, giving it artificial mass, and that's in quotes. You know, it tolerates 10-mile-an-hour winds, no problem. And you can dumb down the responses on here and even make it that much easier to fly. Spiros, I think your hand-eye is good enough to fly it, though. If you see any of it. I keep forgetting to tilt my head up abnormally high. Yeah, it's an amazing little machine. It really is. The motor on it, the main motor, is $8. Pops in and pops out. I've yet to replace the dampers or the main blade grip bearings. I replaced the main shaft bearings because I figured they needed it. But this thing's just nothing shy of awesome, and if one of y'all, you know, want one, I think Rob has 9 of them. You know, the funnest thing you can do with this is when you're fish tanking. She wants to go backwards. I adjusted the link on there already. Might have to adjust it a little more. But you can fly it real hard and make the little tiny blades fart. It's fun stuff. Alright guys, I've tortured you enough. See ya.